Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Boston. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Monday, June 8th. You'll be interested to know. 77 years ago, today, in 1949, George Orwell released his novel titled 1984, a stark, imaginative political fable that painted a vivid vision of surveillance and authoritarian control. The novel reshaped public understanding of privacy, language, and power, becoming a touchstone for debates about freedom and inspiring lasting cultural and political dialogue. So now you know. And now, it's time for the weather report. This morning, it's sunny and it feels like 58 degrees with 8-mile-per-hour wind. The sunset will take place at 8:18 and it will rise again tomorrow at 5:06. It looks like we're in for a sunny day with a high near 75 and a moderate northeast breeze around 9 miles per hour. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 76. Tonight, expect clear skies with a low around 58 and a light southwest wind around 10 miles per hour. The nearshore buoy at Cape Cod Bay reads 58 degrees for the water temperature. Looking ahead in the weather. Tuesday will be sunny and warm with highs near 89 and a west wind of 6 to 10 miles per hour, becoming partly sunny and hotter near 92 on Wednesday with a southwest breeze. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms arrives Wednesday night into Thursday with lows in the mid to upper 60s. Then Thursday and Friday remain partly to mostly sunny with highs in the upper 80s to mid-80s and generally light winds. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, the Hull Police Department took steps to prepare for a potential large gathering at Nantasket Beach on Friday after social media posts were brought to their attention. And it was the story that interested NBC 10 Boston's readers the most last week. Another story capturing readers' attention was the tragic death of Hadley Hattie B. Boucher, a 7-year-old Lunenburg girl whose courageous battle with cancer inspired the local community. Additionally, readers were following the latest details about a meteor that exploded over Massachusetts and sent social media into a frenzy. These stories highlight the vibrant and sometimes challenging life in Boston and surrounding areas. Now on to sports. The New York Knicks will look to put the San Antonio Spurs on the brink of elimination when they battle in Game 3 of the NBA Finals 2026 on Monday night. New York grabbed a commanding 2-0 series lead with a 105-104 victory on Friday. Tip-off from Madison Square Garden in New York City is set for 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The Knicks are a 2.5-point favorite, with the over/under for total points scored set at 216.5. The Sportsline projection model, after simulating the matchup 10,000 times, is predicting the under on total points scored. The model projects the Spurs will score a total of 214 points combined. In local sports, the Red Sox are reeling after dropping Game 3 to the Yankees 6-1 yesterday, managing just one run across 9 innings at the stadium. Ranger Suarez pitched solid through 6 1/3, but Justin Slayton couldn't hold things together in relief, surrendering 4 runs. Boston heads to Tampa Bay tonight to face the Rays at Tropicana Field, with first pitch at 6:40, looking to reset. Connolly Early takes the mound against Ian Seymour in what amounts to a crucial matchup. The Sox sit last in the AL East at 27-36, 4 games back of the final wild card spot. They can't afford many more slip-ups. Speaking of slipping, there's serious chatter around all-star closer Aroldis Chapman. The 38-year-old closer has drawn heavy interest on the trade market as Boston's front office faces a tough decision at the deadline. Chapman has been a bright spot this season with 28 straight saves. But if the losing continues, don't be surprised if the Sox pivot toward building for next year. The deadline is August 3rd. Meanwhile, the Bruins are looking to make a splash in the offseason. Detroit's Dylan Larkin has requested a trade, and Boston is being linked as a potential landing spot. Larkin won Olympic gold with Bruins stars Charlie McAvoy and Jeremy Swayman. A proven top-line center would address a major organizational need. In top news, a magnitude 7.8 earthquake rocks the southern Philippines, causing damage and 1-meter tsunami waves. The quake struck at 7:37 a.m., centered at sea about 13 kilometers southwest of General Santos. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. urged people to evacuate to higher ground, as tsunami warnings were issued for coastal areas in Indonesia and Malaysia. There were no immediate reports of casualties, but some buildings collapsed in General Santos. Tsunami waves up to 3 meters were possible on some coasts of the Philippines. Aftershocks of up to magnitude 6.5 followed. In business news, Bitcoin is cratering, but a new Wall Street crypto hype is on the rise. In a small corner of the crypto market, investors are rushing in instead of heading for the exits. So-called HYP exchange-traded funds are attracting new assets at a time when leading cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin and Ether, are declining. Since their launch, these products have raised close to $150 million and have mostly experienced positive inflow days. This market is only 1% penetrated into its potential, according to Matt Hogan, Chief Investment Officer at Bitwise. Hyperliquid, a decentralized perpetual futures exchange, has quickly caught attention as a new asset class. Investors are drawn to its revenue model, where 99% of fees generated are used to buy back IP. As of Friday, the Grayscale Hyperliquid staking ETFs had $4.5 million in assets. Experts believe that as awareness grows, these funds could accelerate mainstream adoption. However, competition remains high, and the platform is still unavailable in the United States. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is up 0.5% over the weekend to $63,000. Ethereum is down 3% to just under $1,700. And XRP is up 1% to $1.15. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the Boston area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class. With locations in Canton, Wellesley, Hingham, Brookline, and Framingham, just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. NASA will wear high-tech Prada long johns to the moon. The liquid cooling and ventilation garment, known as LCVG, will be worn underneath the Axiom Extravehicular Mobility Unit spacesuit during the Artemis 4th mission in 2028. This base layer will provide cooling and comfort to astronauts, circulating cold water through embedded tubes to whisk heat away from their bodies. Unlike older cooling suits, the LCVG features a backup system. Additionally, it houses a ventilation system that supplies fresh oxygen and directs exhaled carbon dioxide for recirculation. This collaboration continues NASA's tradition of blending high-tech materials with high-fashion design. And in entertainment news, John Lithgow is only getting better with age. With his latest Tony Awards win for actor in a play for Giant, Lithgow, 80, became the oldest man ever to win a competitive acting Tony. The record was previously held by Roy Dotrice at 77. Lithgow also opened the longest gap between competitive acting Tony wins in the awards history at 53 years. His first came in 1973, surpassing Angela Lansbury's previous mark of 43 years. The victory puts Lithgow in a rare club of 4 performers. Lithgow expressed gratitude, stating, "I'm such a lucky actor." Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American novelist and short story writer S. Scott Fitzgerald. And he said, "The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold 2 opposed ideas in mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the weather reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in Boston.